Imagine being a child, abandoned by your father in a desolate desert. This is the story of Ishmael, the forgotten son of Abraham. Our tale begins in the ancient city of Canaan, where the patriarch Abraham resided. Abraham, a man of great faith, was married to Sarah. Yet they were childless, and in their old age Sarah persuaded Abraham to father a child with her servant Hagar. Thus Ishmael was born. Ishmael, whose name means God hears, was the firstborn of Abraham. He spent his early years in the warmth of his father's household, nestled in the heart of Canaan. Here he learned the ways of his father, basked in his love, and shared in his blessings. However, this blissful existence was not to last. Sarah, now advanced in years, was miraculously blessed with a son, Isaac. With Isaac's birth, the dynamics within Abraham's household began to shift. Sarah, once barren, was now a mother to Abraham's legitimate heir. Ishmael, who had once been the sole recipient of Abraham's paternal affection, suddenly found himself on the periphery. The tension within the household escalated, reaching a boiling point when Sarah witnessed Ishmael mocking young Isaac. Consumed by anger and fear for her son's inheritance, Sarah demanded that Abraham cast Hagar and Ishmael out into the wilderness. Abraham, caught between his love for Ishmael and his duty to Sarah, was torn. Yet he ultimately bowed to Sarah's demand, believing in God's promise that Ishmael too would become a great nation. Thus, Ishmael and Hagar were sent away, carrying only some bread and a skin of water. Abandoned by his father, Ishmael found himself in the harsh wilderness, his life hanging by a thread. Yet he was not entirely alone. He had his mother Hagar, who shared his fate, and he had a promise from God. Ishmael, a child of promise yet cast away, found himself in the harsh wilderness with his mother, their fate uncertain. Forced to navigate the unforgiving desert, Ishmael and Hagar faced trials that would test their faith and resilience. Imagine a world stripped of comfort and certainty, a relentless expanse of sand and sun. This was the reality for Ishmael and Hagar as they embarked on their arduous journey through the desert. Their path was not chosen, but imposed, and the harsh, biting wind was a constant reminder of their isolation. As they ventured deeper into the barren wilderness, their provisions dwindled and despair took hold. Hagar, with a heart heavy with sorrow, made the agonizing decision to leave Ishmael under a bush. She believed that her son was on the brink of death and could not bear to watch his final moments. Such was the depth of her despair that she distanced herself, waiting for the inevitable in a desolate solitude. But the story of Ishmael and Hagar does not end there. In the face of overwhelming adversity, a miracle occurred. Amid the endless sea of sand, a well appeared, as if summoned from the very ground beneath them. The sight of fresh, life-giving water in such a desolate place was nothing short of miraculous. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to their faith, and a clear sign of divine intervention. This well was not merely a source of water, it was a symbol of survival, a promise of life where there was only the expectation of death. It represented a divine assurance that even in the harshest of conditions, in the most desperate of times, life could find a way. It was a reminder that despair and hope are two sides of the same coin, and that faith can bring about miracles in the most unexpected places. From the depths of despair, a glimmer of hope emerged, a well in the desert, a symbol of divine intervention, and a promise of survival. Surviving the desert was just the beginning of Ishmael's journey. His destiny was far greater than he could have imagined. The arid wilderness was not the end for Ishmael, but rather the start of an incredible narrative, steeped in divine promise and prophetic fulfillment. In the heart of the desert, an angel of the Lord appeared to Hagar, Ishmael's mother. The angel made a promise that would anchor the course of Ishmael's future. Hagar was told that her son would be the father of a great nation. His descendants would be too numerous to count, like the grains of sand that surrounded them in the vast desert. This divine promise was not just a glimmer of hope amidst their hardship, it was a beacon of light illuminating Ishmael's destiny. As Ishmael grew, he became an archer, a survivor, a man of the wilderness. He was not just surviving, he was thriving, embodying the spirit of the promise made to his mother. He was becoming the man who would father a great nation. In the tapestry of Abrahamic religions, Ishmael holds a significant place. In Islam, he is revered as a prophet and an ancestor of Muhammad. In the Bible, he is recognized as the father of 12 princes, the seeds of the great nation promised by God. He played a pivotal role in shaping history, his life serving as a testament to resilience, faith, and the fulfillment of divine promise. Ishmael lived a full life of 137 years, leaving behind a legacy that would echo through the ages. His children and their children spread across the land, fulfilling the promise of a great nation. They established tribes and cities, their influence reaching far and wide. Even in death, Ishmael's story did not end. His legacy lived on, his name forever etched in the annals of history. His descendants continued to shape the world, their lineage tracing back to a man who once survived the desert and became the father of a great nation. Ishmael, once a forgotten son, became a patriarch of nations, his legacy living on in the annals of history. Ishmael's story is more than just a historical narrative. It's a tale of hope, faith, and resilience that speaks to us all. As we delve deeper into Ishmael's saga, we find ourselves navigating through a sea of timeless life lessons. The first lesson, the power of faith, is evident through Ishmael's journey. Amid the harsh desert, with death seemingly imminent, Ishmael's mother, Hagar, placed her faith in a higher power. This faith was rewarded with a wellspring of water, a lifeline in the barren wasteland. This teaches us that even when circumstances appear dire, having faith can guide us towards untapped resources and unforeseen solutions. Next, let's look at the importance of resilience. Ishmael didn't just survive the desert, he thrived in it. He grew strong, learned to hunt, and became a skilled archer. He didn't allow his circumstances to define him. Instead, he reshaped them to his advantage. This resilience, this capacity to adapt and overcome, is a trait we all need, especially in times of hardship. Lastly, Ishmael's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope. Despite being cast aside and left in the desert, Ishmael and his mother never lost hope. They believed in a brighter future, a future where survival was more than just a day-to-day battle. This unwavering hope, combined with their faith and resilience, led them to a life beyond mere survival. Similarly, we must remember that no matter how bleak the present may seem, there is always room for hope, for a belief in a better tomorrow. Ishmael's story is not just an ancient tale buried in the sands of time. It's a story that resonates with each one of us, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit. It's a story that teaches us the power of faith, the importance of resilience, and the eternal flame of hope that can guide us through our toughest trials. In the face of adversity, Ishmael's story teaches us that with faith and resilience, we too can overcome our own deserts. Ishmael's story, a tale of a forgotten son who became a patriarch of nations, resonates with us even today. His journey was not an easy one. It was marked by hardship and desertion. Yet his story is not one of despair, but rather a testament to resilience and faith. In the face of adversity, Ishmael did not succumb to defeat. Instead, he found strength in his faith and the courage to forge a path in the barren wilderness. His life was a testament to the power of resilience, an enduring spirit that refused to be broken by the harsh trials of life. Ishmael's story is a reminder that hope can bloom in the most desolate of places. In the midst of his desert journey, he found a well of water, a symbol of life and hope in the barren wilderness. His story teaches us that no matter how dire our circumstances, there is always a wellspring of hope to be found, if only we have the courage to seek it. Moreover, Ishmael's life represents a profound lesson in faith. Despite the trials and tribulations he faced, he never lost faith in the divine. He trusted in his destiny and in the knowledge that his life had a purpose greater than his immediate understanding. This unwavering faith carried him through his desert journey and ultimately led him to become a patriarch of nations. Finally, Ishmael's story is a testament to the power of destiny. Despite being the forgotten son, his destiny was not overshadowed. He was destined to become a patriarch, a father of nations. This destiny was not determined by his circumstances, but by his faith and resilience. So remember, no matter how forgotten or abandoned you may feel like Ishmael, you too have a destiny that is greater than you can imagine.